Good afternoon, everybody. Today is the 22nd of February. It is Sunday. It is the last day of the weekend for most of us. So, as normal, if you guys enjoy the video, leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button as well. Yeah, if you guys want to get in on premium, would love to have you guys come join us. Only $6 day pass. And if you guys want to join us for a monthly pass, it's only $30. You get two lineups per day for the main slate. Two for FanDuel or two for DraftKings, depending on what you guys pick. You guys can do one of each if you want to. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to get in on premium, or if you guys have any more questions that I didn't answer in this video, our email and our Twitter will be down there below. Click that link right there for our Twitter. It will take you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow. This is what it should pop up as. Like I said, give us a follow, and then we will follow you guys back. And like I said, you guys can message us on our email as well if you have any questions, or if you guys want to get in on lineups. Like I said, we will send lineups to your email as well. So, like I said, we'd love to have you guys come join us for premium here today. One more little announcement. I am going to try to attempt. I haven't done it in a very, very long time, but I'm going to try to attempt to do a YouTube live stream here today. It's going to be around, let me see, um, probably about 1:30 Pacific time. So about 4:30 on the East Coast. That's when I'm gonna try to do my live stream today. So we'll see how it works. Like I said, I haven't done it through YouTube yet. So if it messes up a little bit in the beginning, day one, then we know what's going on. But basically, I'm gonna do a couple live streams per week because, like I said, a lot of injuries and a lot of news breaks after I do these videos. So sometimes if I do a live stream, we'll have updated stuff. Then, like I said, you guys can follow along. Have any questions, you guys can always ask. You know, what player should I pick in that? Like I said, we'll break down the slate later in the day as well in our live stream. So come and check us out on our live stream. Like I said, subscribe so you guys can hit that notification bell as well, so you guys know when we go live. All right, Chicago and Washington. We're gonna start it off here. Like I said, sorry about the little bit of the intro there, but I just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, definitely join us for that live stream. Hornets and Wizards. We have a 226, 11.5 here by the Hornets in this one for good reason. I mean, Hornets are playing a lot better. In this game, I don't have anybody really in this one. Um, a couple that you can look at is maybe Ryan Kalkbrenner here at 4,900. Diabate is still suspended. His minutes have been coming up, playing pretty well. This one guy you can look at gets you about 25-30 at 4,900. That's one guy that I would consider. The other one I want to consider is Grant Williams. He's back. He's back from a knee injury, and I don't mind putting him back in there at 4,800 as long as Diabate is out. So um, Ryan Kalkbrenner might get a slight downgrade with Grant Williams, but still should be fine. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go Grant Williams because of his usage upside, but Ryan Kalkbrenner has a lot of block upside. So just keep that one in mind. Miller, Conupple, they're both all right cash game options if you want to go that way. Miller could get hot at any moment, so just keep that one in mind. He's one guy that can absolutely light it up. But like I said, it's a slight blowout in this one, so we'll have to see how it goes. We do have some injuries over here on the Washington side of things as well. So Keyshawn George is still questionable. He did miss the last game and then left Indiana early, so we'll have to see what's going on with him. If Keyshawn is not available, I think some people are going to go to Williams in this situation. He's been hot. I mean, why not go that way? Facing a little bit harder defense in the Hornets. So that's up to you guys. I'm probably not going to pull the trigger if George is out and Champagny, then maybe I'll take a shot with him. But I mean, if both those guys are out, Kalabali will get a little bit more run. Will Riley's going to get run. If Vucevic cannot play, then Anthony Gill's going to get a little bit run. Are these guys good plays? No, not really, but they're so dang cheap that they might be worth a shot in some GPPs if keyword if all those guys are out there for Washington. All right, Boston and Los Angeles. That's a little messed up. Let's refresh the page here real quick. Sorry about that. Happens once in a while. All right, we have a 229 1.5 spread here by the Boston Celtics on the road. So this should be a good one here. Let's go look at the Laker defense, and for the most part, they're still one of those teams that you don't mind to attack. and I think this is a good spot for Boston in this one. We saw what they did against Golden State the other day. Lakers struggle against shooting guards and small forwards, as you see the three-pointer, and then point guards are kind of medium against, and they're pretty good against center. So shooting guards, small forwards, right? You can go look at Jaylen Brown again in this one. That's going to be another guy you're going to want to look at. Peyton Pritchard's been hot as well. If Baylor just continues to start, then he's an all right option at 4,000. Like I said, they struggle against shooting guard, small forwards. So he did start against Golden State, but even off the bench, he's been getting half decent minutes. So I think this is one guy you could consider. Is he a really good play? No, definitely not. But he might get you, 20, 22 fancy points. Slight value at 4,000. Another value guy is Sam Hauser, 4,200. Kind of the same boat, right? He's not the greatest overall play, but he can sometimes get it done. So I just wanted to give him a consideration. And then that's mostly it there. So you can look at Derek White, Peyton Pritchard as your main guys, and obviously Jaylen Brown as well should pop off here here against the Lakers. On the Lakers side of things, I think you can it's not great. It's not a good matchup for him, but it's a 229 1.5, so they're expecting this game to be close. So yeah, Luka Doncic's going to be on my radar. And then you can definitely look at LeBron. But if anyone, I'm probably just going to be looking at Luka in this one. I don't want a ton of these other guys. Like I said, Austin Reeves is, the top three are fine. I'd probably go Luka, Reeves, and LeBron as my favorites there. But remember, like this Boston defense is pretty dang good, and we'll go check it out and tell you guys the facts here. If it's in the red, that means they're good. I mean, look at this is an amazing defense right here. There's nowhere you really want to attack at. So, like I said, you're just basically playing Luka and the top guys just because of the names and how good they are skill wise. DVP wise, this is not a good matchup. Philadelphia and Minnesota, moving on. We got a 239, 8.5 here by the Minnesota Timberwolves, back to back here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid is questionable, so if he plays, that could lower it a little bit. But for the most part, I really don't have anybody from that the Philly side in this one. I just don't. Minnesota side of things, definitely a little bit more interesting. Rudy Gobert looks like he's out here with a suspension, so Naz Reid and Randall are going to be a lot more popular. If Joel Embiid does not play, that definitely helps out the defense a little bit down low. Philly does struggle against shooting guards, and that's Mr. Anthony Edwards. I don't mind pulling a trigger with him at 10-2. Only thing is, it's back-to-back, like I said, for Philly. They could come out flat here. So if you're going to want to spend up for a star, maybe go for one of the guys in Boston if you think it's going to stay a little bit closer. But I could see Edwards absolutely popping off in this one. But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on that one. So not too many Philly guys, maybe a couple Minnesota guys because of the Rudy news. Portland and Phoenix is our next one. 222.5. We have Portland on the road at 3.5 spread. Okay, interesting. Let's go look at Portland here real quick. So overall, the Phoenix defense is pretty dang good this year. Nothing to really mess with. I don't have too much going on this Portland side. If Denny Avila is out, that definitely opens up some things. The main one, if Denny's out, I'm going to be all over Donovan Clingan in this one because, like I said, Denny Avila does affect his rebounds, and when Denny Avila was out, this guy was absolutely popping off here. So, you know, a couple of recent games, he's been all right, but you can see the Denny Avila effect a little bit. So, um, I hope he's out. I do. I hope he takes a rest. I don't think he's going to. I don't think it's a back to back here for them. There's not many games tomorrow though. Yeah, not a back to back for Portland. So I would expect Denny to play, unfortunately, in this one. I mean, good for him, but I want to play Klingon more. Klingon's still in play, but I'd way rather have Avila being out. On the Phoenix side of things, yeah, definitely a lot more interesting. Like I said, let's go look at this Portland defense. Portland defense really not great. You can really attack them really wherever you want to. Center, small forwards. Like I said, green means they're terrible. If you guys are a little bit new here, yellow means neutral, and red obviously means they're really good at it. So yeah, I mean Portland struggles at every single position. It is a back-to-back here for Phoenix, so that's the only slight downgrade. And that's another thing I want to get into here. This was an overtime game last night, so we'll see if they are a little flat in this one. One guy I want to keep an eye on is Jalen Green. This is a back-to-back coming back from a massive injury, so we will see if he plays here. Matt played a huge amount of minutes, 36 last night, so I personally don't expect him to play, but we will see what it does here. So let's just say Jalen Green is out. Jordan Goodwin is already doubtful, and Dylan Brooks and Booker are all out, right? Um, Grayson Allen's got to be all over your radar at 6,200, probably one of the top plays. For sure. Another guy I don't mind mentioning, like I said, if all the guys are out, is Booyah. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind playing him. If he plays, 25, 30 minutes off the bench, we can see what he does. Against OKC, he had 25. He can get a half decent amount. We saw him earlier here against Sacramento, but that's only if all those dudes are out and you absolutely need somebody really cheap. But yeah, Grayson Allen really in a good spot. Colin Gillespie, I'll go back to the well with him. Shot terrible yesterday, but I'll go back to him. Guys like Royce O'Neal, Ryan Dunn coming to play, depending on how many of those guys are out. But yeah, just kind of keep an eye on it. Like I said, I mean, I don't expect him to be out, but I mean, if Mark Williams is out, Ozo's in a good spot. Um, Mark Williams on a back-to-back last time. He only played 15 minutes in the back-to-back. Yes, it wasn't a blowout for OKC, but you could definitely look at Ozo in this one. Played bigger minutes at 29, but still in a relatively cheap spot at 4,100. Especially if a couple of those guys are out there. So, all right, New York and Chicago. Moving on a little bit quicker. We got a 231, 10.5 here by New York. Yeah, I don't really have too much going on here in this one. Um, I just don't see too much really. Um, it is a back-to-back here for Chicago, so we'll see if Giddey sits or not. If Giddey and Trey Jones both sit on a back-to-back, then and Simons is out, guys like Sexton come into play, Rob Dillingham come into play, but I don't know if they're going to sit those guys on a back-to-back, but the chances are kind of high for Chicago. So keep an eye on that one. Besides that, I just don't really have too much from that game. I need to see what's going on with Giddey and Trey Jones, and then I can make a little bit more of a better guess there. But like I said, New York, they're both on back-to-backs. They might be slightly tired, both these teams, because New York played a grinded-out game last time. All right, Orlando and the Clippers in this one. Sorry, it's messed up again. 215, 2.5 here by the Clippers. So Kawhi Leonard is questionable in this one, so we definitely need to keep an eye on that one. But unfortunately, it's a late game, so we're not going to know. It is not a back-to-back, so we'll have to see. But if he's out, Benedict Mathurin will be absolute chalk city. And the other guy you need to look at is Brooke Lopez. Been playing 28, 30 minutes, and especially John Collins being out, helped him out with the rebounds. So Brooke Lopez definitely in play, and also you need to look at Derek Jones with John Collins out. Usage rate's a little bit better as well. We don't usually see that from Derek Jones. So Derek Jones is in play. Brooke Lopez is in play. Benedict Mathurin, Chris Dunn, they're all half decent plays. Only if Kawhi Leonard is out. Like I said, I like Benedict even if Kawhi Leonard plays. On the Orlando side of things, we'll just have to see what's going on here. If Suggs can't give it a go again, Javon Carter would definitely be worth a look at 3,800. Um, but that's mostly it. This one, I don't really want to attack too many of these Orlando guys. It's not really that high of a total. So Devin Carter, maybe if Suggs is out again. If not, then you can look at Suggs here and some GPPs here in this one. So that's kind of what we got going on. As normal, if you guys want to join us for premium, it's only $6 for a day pass. Just remember that lock is 1 hour earlier today. And like I said, we're going to try to do a live stream for you guys at 1:30 Pacific time, 4:30 Eastern. So like I said, it's going to be our first one. It might be a little up and down. So, if you guys can be a little patient with us, we appreciate it. But like I said, come join us for the live stream. Make sure you have notifications on so you guys know when we go live. Should be around 1:30. And like I said, we'll try our best and we'll have updated, lineups and updated injuries. And like I said, you guys can also in chat talk if you want to, if you have any questions. And like I said, would love to have you guys there. So once again, Twitter and our email will be in the comment section below if you guys want to get in on premium. $6 for a main slate day pass. And we'd love to have you join us. All right. Hopefully, you guys all enjoy your Sunday. We really appreciate all your guys' support. We'll see you in the next one.